Hey everybody, I'm Walter's Wallet, and the Hilton credit cards can offer some pretty solid value. But the two cards people are usually deciding between is the Hilton Surpass credit card and the Hilton Aspire credit card. So let's take a look at which of these credit cards would actually be best for you. But first, if you're new to the channel, this channel is all about credit cards, credit card rewards, and showing how you can use your points and miles to travel for less. So if that's something that interests you, consider subscribing and turn the notification bell on as well. Also, consider hitting that thumbs up button. It really does help the channel out. Now, both the Surpass and the Aspire credit card can offer some great value, but it can be really hard to decide which version of this Hilton card is going to be best for you. Now, let's start off by looking at the sign-up bonus, because the Surpass credit card is currently offering a 130,000 point bonus plus a free weekend night certificate after you were to spend $4,000 in the first 90 days. And we've seen this bonus range from 125,000 points up to 150,000 points in the past. But I really like the current offer with the free weekend night certificate because that can give you a lot more value than the extra 20,000 points we've seen on the best points offer. And the Hilton Aspire credit card is currently offering a 150,000 point bonus after you spend $4,000 in the first 90 days. And now, while the Aspire has a higher point bonus, I am a much bigger fan of the Surpass bonus because that free weekend night certificate can be worth quite a bit more than those extra 20,000 points. Now, taking a look at the earning rates, the Hilton Surpass credit card earns 12 points per dollar at Hilton hotels or resorts, 6 points per dollar at US restaurants, US supermarkets, and US gas stations, and then 3 points per dollar everywhere else. And the Hilton Aspire credit card earns 14 points per dollar at Hilton hotels and resorts, 7 points per dollar on purchases made directly with airlines or through Amex Travel, car rentals booked directly with select car rental companies, and 7 points per dollar at US restaurants, and then you'll also earn 3 points per dollar everywhere else. Now, I think most people are actually going to get better use out of the surpassed earning categories. The supermarket and gas stations at 6 points per dollar I think are far more beneficial than the 7 points per dollar for airline tickets or even car rentals. And the Aspire only earns 1 point per dollar on restaurant purchases. Now, the one exception, and I'll use that loosely, would potentially be if you spend a lot of money at Hilton properties and can justify the extra 2 point per dollar earning rate with the Aspire credit card. But for most people, I think 12 points per dollar with the Surpass is probably just fine. And the categories on the Surpass credit card are just better for daily categories for people. The Aspire categories are going to be lesser used unless you spend a lot of money on those travel categories, and even then, you should probably be using a different credit card for those. Taking a look at the annual fees, the Surpass comes with a $95 annual fee, and the Aspire credit card comes with a $450 annual fee, but you might be able to justify that with some of the other benefits on the card. And if you can stomach the $450 annual fee from the Aspire, it comes with a lot of benefits which we'll talk about in just a minute. But if you aren't someone who cares about high-end benefits, then you're probably going to lean towards the Surpass since it's only $95 a year. Now, neither one of these cards have foreign transaction fees, but in the bigger picture, both of these cards aren't good to use internationally. And when it comes to redeeming Hilton points, redeeming your Hilton points is very easy. You just go to their website, select book with points, and your options are going to come up. And you can book premium room with your points if you wanted to as well. And I have found Hilton points to be worth right around 0.6 cents per point, but they do range from about 0.4 cents to about 0.6 cents per point. So they aren't the most valuable hotel points on the market, but there are just so many ways you can actually earn Hilton points. You don't even need a Hilton credit card to earn Hilton points. There are some other co-branded credit cards you can use to earn Hilton points as well. And one nice benefit of the Hilton program is you'll receive the 5th night free when you make a reservation completely on points. And if it's a complete point stay as well, you're not going to be charged those garbage resort fees, which is a positive. And if you didn't have enough points in your account, you can always use points in cash as well. You can even use your points for Hilton experiences, which for some people they might actually like. Hilton has options for lower point use for some concerts, but options can also be a lot of points, so that could be worth looking into if you want to use your Hilton points for some experiences as opposed to hotel stays. When it comes to other benefits, this is where some people might make the decision on which card they want from these two. The Hilton Surpass credit card gives you gold status, which I have said many times. I feel this is the best mid-level status on the market. This includes receiving free breakfast, late checkout, room upgrades when they're available, and for some people, gold level might be all that you need. And you'll even receive 10 Priority Pass lounge passes, which I think this is actually an undervalued benefit for a card that only comes with a $95 annual fee. And if you were able to spend $15,000 in a calendar year, you're going to receive a weekend night certificate. Plus, if you can spend $40,000 on this card in a year, you're going to be upgraded to diamond status as well. And the Hilton Aspire credit card comes with a lot of benefits. You're going to receive Hilton Diamond status just for having this card. That also gets you free breakfast, late checkout, room upgrades up to a 1-bedroom suite, and lounge access at hotels as well. And you'll also receive a weekend night certificate every year you have this card, including the first year you have it. And you'll even be able to earn a second weekend night certificate if you were to spend $60,000 in a calendar year. But I don't actually think that's worth doing. The Aspire credit card is also going to give you a $250 Hilton Resort statement credit each year you have this credit card. It comes with Priority Pass lounge access where you can bring you and 2 guests as many times as you want. And you'll also receive a $250 airline credit, and this sounds really awesome, but the gift card loophole is dead now, so I don't think this airline credit is worth as much as it used to be. You'll also receive a $100 property credit at Waldorf or Conrad properties. But unfortunately, the Priority Pass access you get from American Express no longer gives you access to Priority Pass restaurants, which I think is quite unfortunate. Now, what's interesting for these benefits is that most people's eyes are immediately going to go towards the Aspire credit card because there are just so many benefits listed. But I think you really need to ask yourself, are you going to really use that Hilton Resort credit? And if you are you altering your plans or redemptions to stay there? If you were going to stay at a Hilton Resort anyways, this is a pretty awesome benefit. If you weren't, then this benefit really doesn't help you. And with the gift card loophole now being closed to use your airline credit, are you really receiving $250 in value from that airline credit? I'm going to go on a limb and say you're not receiving $250 in value anymore unless you were going to use that for baggage fees or seat upgrades in the first place. But if you were using your airline credit to buy airline gift cards, then the credit value from your airline credit has decreased because this is no longer an option. So the Aspire credit card has a ton of benefits listed, but the Surpass credit card has some decent benefits itself. If you're someone who stays at Hilton hotels regularly, Diamond status is pretty awesome. And some of the credits can be great to use as well. But if you stay at hotels every once in a while and don't care about those extra benefits, or even have a card that already gives you lounge access, then the Surpass card really might be all that you need. And with the Hilton credit card's upgrade downgrade offers that come around, you can start with the Hilton Surpass credit card, wait a year, and then upgrade to the Aspire credit card without a hard pull and earn the bonus in that card, which might be the way I would go to begin with. So my question to you is, which card do you prefer? Hey, if you liked this video, consider giving it a thumbs up, and if you know somebody who might benefit from this video, feel free to share it with them. And if you want to help support the channel, a simple way would be use the links on the website or in the description below. And if you like learning about credit cards, points, miles, cashback, or just flat out traveling for less, consider the subscribe button down below. And until next time, safe travels and take care.